Hey everybody, so I'm in the garden a lot later today than I have been. That's because I had a few things to take care of in town and really don't have a lot that I can do out here. You saw in that picture a while ago, that was today's Monday. I think that was Saturday, and we've had even more and more rain. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about germination mainly today and what that's going to look like in money numbers. So 4 25-foot beds in this little test plot, and we have red Russian, Mizuna, which is a mustard, giant red mustard, and arugula. And so I'm going to get a kind of a guess of what I'm getting on germination. And so on the red Russian here, I'm going down the row, and like halfway down you can see that I have nothing on that side and I have decent on this side, and then it just plays out the last, I don't know, 5 feet there. So I'm gonna be generous and give myself about 50% germination there. And on this one, the Mizuna, end to end, all 9 rows, I would call that 100% germination. I'm pretty satisfied with that. And then right here on the giant red mustard, it's a little bit patchy down here. I know this is not showing up real good, and that's just because of the contrast between the compost and the plants. But yeah, down here got pretty crap germination. You can see the water. This was underwater in those videos. So I'm going to undercut myself a little bit here, and we'll call this 50%, or I may do myself a favor and call it 75. Now the arugula, you don't see anything, and that is because I had crap germination from one end to the other. I think it's something about this bed and the compost and a few other things. I may get into that later. But so I took the tilfer and I worked this all under, and I replanted it Thursday, and so it's got plenty of rain. We'll see if I get better germination. So we're just gonna call that 0%. Alright, we're using Curtis's book, and we're going to use this chart in his book, and we're going to stick with his numbers, and I think they're pretty realistic for my context. Maybe a little different, but anyway, he has a chart here, and you can see it has the crop, days of harvest, and a lot of things, but we're going to concentrate on the crop, the average yield for 25-foot bed, which is convenient because that's what I have, is 25-foot beds, and that's in pounds, and then profit per 25-foot bed. So start with the arugula. I have 30 pounds per bed average and $300 profit. For the 2 types of mustard, again 30 pounds per 25-foot bed and 270 pounds profit, $270 profit. And then down here we have the red Russian, and 40 pounds per bed and $320 profit. And keep in mind that he's got here number of cuts per bed, so I guess to achieve these numbers in weight and money both, it's like 2 to 3 cuttings for arugula, 2 to 4 for the mustard, and like 2 to 8 for the red Russian, which I may not do that. I know I certainly won't get 8 for the red Russian. I may get 2 cuttings. It's depending on whether or not I want to get my other stuff in the beds. But that's beside the point. This is the numbers we need to figure out what I'm talking about out here with how much money I could have lost in those beds by having spotty germination. So let's focus on the money numbers, because if I got 50% germination and assuming everything that germinated grew well, if I got half of the production, I'm gonna get half the profit. So we'll just assume that, and start with the Russian red, and I said 50% germination, and that's probably pushing it. So 50%, half of $320 is $160. So more than I want to lose. Going on to the Mizuna, $270 for the mustards, and I think that I'll get a full crop out of this. So no losses there. And then the giant red mustard, I'm gonna undercut it, and I feel that's important to say that, is I feel like when you're doing these calculations and it's dealing with your money, always undercut yourself on the front end, so if things do go bad, it's as bad as you expected but not any worse, and then if it's better, well, that's always good if it's a little better than you expected. So anyway, we're going to say half germination, 50% on the red mustard, half of 270 is 135 maybe, yeah, so 135 bucks lost. So on the arugula, I had 0% germination because I tilled it up and plowed it under, and it was nearly 0%. So that's the entire $300 that I would have got for the bed. Now, if you add all that up and you say whether I gained or lost, because it'd be the same because it was half on these other beds. So let's say that I lost $160, and then I lost $135. So let's just call that $300 around, and then $300 on the arugula bed. Well, that would have been 600 bucks. Now, about the arugula and all of it, thinking about it in terms of that. So the arugula will be later than the other beds, but it's very likely that I might get 100% germination. Now that I replanted all that, I'm gonna let this go. So I got 50% germination, and so I'm gonna get at best probably 50% production. I may get 100% production out of that and be delayed maybe a week or so in harvest, which in my mind is better. So possibly if this had been real deal and this was my main source of income, I might have plowed these up and redid it. It'd be a tough call because I mean the plants that are there are pretty healthy, but I need to make full use of all of my beds because when I do start up, I'm gonna be on pretty limited space, so every linear foot is gonna count towards my paycheck. Now, the germination, I think I'm gonna have to be a little more proactive. I mean, I'm pretty sure I am, and I know what's up, or I know at least part of what's up, I think, and I'll show you what I mean and what I can do about it. What I'm thinking is going on is, I've said it before, but this compost has got a lot of wood chips in it, and you can see the plant there, but the size of the seed compared to this compost is a pretty big difference. So I think I'm gonna have to sift it. I don't know what that's gonna look like on a large scale, but for this little 4-bed garden, 4 25-foot beds, I think I can do it, and I only need it for the fall crop because the summer crop's gonna be squash and stuff. It's bigger seeds, and this ain't gonna be a problem. But I don't know if that's all of the problem, because this bed is just as bad, and I've got really nice germination. I mean, this is my poster child so far. So we'll see what happens with that, but I still want to get the sifter, and I do have some ideas for the large scale. So that was just a quick little update from the farm. I'm still pleased with what's going on. I'm getting a lot of learning out of this, and I'm still going to get enough greens to play with and eat, I think. But all that stuff that I'm figuring out, that's just money that would be lost if by the crop itself. I didn't include the seed or the labor or anything like that, and the seed for that is going to be pretty insignificant. But if I had have planted a lot of beds and used a lot of seed, you know, a lot of 50-foot or 100-foot beds even, and I had bad germination across the board, it would be hard, because not only would I lose the money on not having that crop, but I'd be out all that seed cost also. But like I said, on this, probably would have just tilled it under and started over, and I'd have been behind a week or two and out of whatever I had in the seed. So yeah, I've got to get all this stuff wrote down into my little book. I'm behind on my data keeping, if you could believe that. But I want to stay on top of that more, because that's the whole point of this project. I want to keep all these numbers in and see what it would look like. I'm just going to, at the end of the year, scale that up, you know, imaginary figures if I had X amount of beds with the performance that I got out of this, and see how it looks and see where I need to correct stuff. So anyway, other than that, not much going on besides the garden. We've had a ton of rain, which has made the garden some easier, and so with a lot of rain, I've actually went and found some more mushrooms yesterday. I harvested a lot of the wood ears, but if you've seen any of the previous videos of the chicken of the woods, believe it or not, I found some pretty big clumps of them yesterday when I was hunting for wood ears. Now they had bugs and stuff all in them, but that's really promising, so I'm going to go back in about a week or two with this warmer weather, and we'll probably have more rain. So I'm going to go look for chicken of the woods, so maybe we'll change up the videos a little. I want to get some more mushroom stuff back in there, and the chicken of the woods was a really cool one. And so yeah, and I may go canoeing here in a little bit. Right now I'm going to take the dog for a walk. So I hope y'all liked this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you hadn't already, maybe tell your friends about the channel, and with that I'll let y'all go. Y'all be good. Bye.